What sex advice do you wish you had known before your first time? Oppa's about to lose his virginity! Exclamation mark. Hell yay. Or more likely about to crank one out. If you stay in one position too long, your leg can cramp. I've never heard anyone describe their first time as too long. Mine was almost 2 hours. Turns out if you wrap your dick in plastic and stick it in a pussy, it gets far less stimulation than no lube death grip fapping. Sex is something you do with a woman. It's not something you do to her. Re-BB let me do sex to you. The Indian man in my DMs. It's lower than you think it is. It's also not that low. Be careful, because she's going to be very unhappy if you pick the wrong one. And the angle is very steep. I couldn't believe how unprepared I was. Don't try to imitate porn. This needs to be the #1 thing to learn. Porn is acted out sex. It's exaggerated and emphasized for maximum effect. It is not the same as actual sex. That's not to say it's completely fake. There are some things in porn which do happen in actual sex. But don't expect it to be like porn in any way. The point of entry is closer to the butthole than the pubic hair. It's lower than you think. Trim your nails, you barbarian. It can leave a lasting impact on both of you. Make smart choices. 1. Foreplay is very important. 2. Treat it like a marathon, not a sprint. 3. Be proactive. Grab towels and wet wipes before you do the deed. 4. Use a separate blanket or sheet so that the fun juices don't get on the bed sheets. FUNJUICE. Vsauce. Women usually have fluid that acts as a cleaner for their vagina, so just because she's wet doesn't mean you made her wet. Moral of the story: foreplay is important. In addition to this, some women just get really wet very easily. Pay attention to more than just how much mucus she's producing. Even if it was technically my partner who made me wet, it doesn't mean my vag has chilled out enough to painlessly accommodate a penis. Or even that I'm particularly turned on. It's just very good at self-lubricating. Don't put the condom on too tight. Leave a little space around the head. Otherwise there will be numbness and likelihood of breakage. Did you learn this the hard way, or? To be clear, it's the condom that broke, no consequences, luckily. Pee after sex. Always. It prevents UTIs, and trust me, they suck. My mom never mentioned it to me. Barely mentioned periods even. Sex ed never told us. I learned from a much older female friend I almost got into a relationship with. So weird. I suffered from many UTIs until I learned. They are miserable, and sadly I am still prone to them if I leave a long relationship and switch things up. Lots of exercise and a good diet will help your erection stay really hard and last for longer. Can't emphasize this enough. During sex your body works really hard to keep your muscles moving, which requires blood, which will be taken away from your pee-pee if your cardiovascular system is not quite fit. Plus, it helps to be relaxed and attracted to the girl you're with. Edit. Asterisk. Also, with a healthy diet, exercise, your penis reaches its true size. I reckon so many guys out there won't see their penis at 100% erect. Yes, I agree with being relaxed and attracted as well. Damn, need to eat right and work out now lol. Drink water, especially if you're drinking alcohol. Cramps during sex are a pain. Also, don't drink too much alcohol or you get whiskey dickered. Women will sometimes spontaneously burst into tears after sex. They're not psycho for doing so, and you don't need to ghost them for it. I read all the comments looking for this one. I was sobbing after my first time. I was raised in a fairly religious home and was taught that you shouldn't have sex before marriage. Even though literally all my siblings and family members did it before marriage. I was just taught different, you know? I felt so disappointed in myself and was just crying the rest of the night, and the guy the first was with was so sweet and understanding. The next day I didn't care as much and it hasn't bothered me since. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. But why were you taught differently? Did your parents become super religious halfway through raising their kids? Was it because of some sort of gender norms? Don't trust people when that say they want casual sex. It's never as casual as you think it will be. Yeah, always bring a tux. I turned up in sweatpants and a t-shirt. I looked such a fool. Don't get blackout drunk beforehand. Got a girl pregnant once, blacked out. I don't even know how my dick worked. Usually stops working after 5 or 6 drinks. We both woke up naked. I'm interested to hear how this worked out in the end. She was my ex, so it was whatever about the random sex. But we didn't have it. She just graduated high school and I was in the process of transferring to a new well-paying job. We both wanted to get our shit together before making a big commitment like that. It doesn't have to be a super serious deal. It's probably going to be awkward, embarrassing and possibly funny. And that's all okay. You're probably not gonna be amazing your first time, so just enjoy it. Communication is the key. If you're the virgin, tell them and talk about how you want it to go. If they are, do the same and don't try to push any boundaries. I took a lady's virginity once. We went away for the weekend. We came up with a game plan concerning what she was comfortable doing. She let me know when she was ready to try and I initiated the encounter. She said that she enjoyed herself, that doing it in the front seat of a Toyota Corolla at the beach is not only uncomfortable, it is also messy. And if you're really lucky, when he goes to fling the used and kind of bloody condom out the window, it will drop and stick to the window halfway down. Not that I would know. Ha 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 ha. Jesus Christ, LMFAO. Do what I did and research the crap out of it. We live in the information age. This was many years ago, but I got like 10 plus PDF copies of different pirated books on sex and read them all. I studied them like I had an upcoming exam, and I am very happy with how my first time went. So far I've watched some animated clips of a Minecraft person and a creeper doing it together. Is that enough research? Of course. Cries and virgin. If you're a guy, learn where the clitoris is before and please, for the love of God, cut your fingernails. If you're a girl, move your hips. Sex shouldn't be happening to you. You should be more involved. Also, you don't need to be Olympians for your first time. Keep those positions very vanilla and basic. Again, if it's a girl first time, it's going to be painful because you're being stretched. And different positions like reverse cowgirl stretches you out even more. Doggy position feels the best. And the angle matters. Also bring lube if you can. Edit. Why is my most upvoted comment about sex? Women also like hearing men moan. Don't be silent. If it feels good, say it. Focus on the clit. Don't tongue punch the hole. That seems to be a matter of personal preference. Yeah. Every woman I've been with likes the middle ring fingers stimulating the G-spot while finessing the clit. That's a damn good combo. IMHO. Don't do it standing up if you have other options. Exclamation mark. It's okay to talk and be lighthearted with your SO through the whole experience. Movies tend to portray sex as silent and sultry, but I find that being more relaxed and communicative during sex leads to a better, more comfortable experience. As a girl, never felt much of a difference with the different types of condoms out there until Trojan bearskin, chef's kiss. Then again, every VB different. Yeah, my pussy snaps those like a wishbone. Skeptical smiley face. Nah, those shits break all the time. SKYNs are where it's at. You're allowed to say no. Women can, and should cum too. If she stops moving completely, check for a pulse because she may be dead. What the hell are your experiences? Some medical conditions can cause death spontaneously and very quickly and can be triggered by strenuous activities such as sex and lifting heavy weights. Hell of a way to lose your virginity. If a condom is loose, it is too big, get a smaller one. If it is big enough to go over your balls, it is too big. I put it exclusively on the balls. It seals all the cum inside, so no worries of impregnating anyone. The opposite is also true. Wearing too small a condom doesn't initially feel painful, but it most definitely will soon. If you're male and a virgin, it's a good idea to get hold of a range of condoms. Find the right fit for you and make sure you're proficient in putting it on. Think of it as preparation to make things go more smoothly on opening night. Sex is always awkward, please don't call attention to that. Take your time and build the anticipation. I didn't know better and my partner went so fast. It left me super anxious and she seemed annoyed. Even though we tried, I can't say I officially lost my virginity. This whole experience really left a bad taste in my mouth and I'm still feeling turned off 1000%. Sad and disgusted. It's been a week and I'd say I'm having a hard time healing from this one. It'll get better. Try to find someone you feel comfortable with and enjoy yourself. Smiley face. Queefing is perfectly normal. If your partner makes fun of you or laughs at you for it, dump their ass like last week's trash. I laugh at any kind of fart noise. Not like, haha, you queefed, so gross. But like, the day farts don't make me laugh is the day I accept that I'm truly dead inside. Queefs are wonderful little contented air chuckles and should always be enjoyed and appreciated. Hey sport, I know I'm not your real dad, but your mom thought you needed to talk. Man to man. She said you're starting to notice girls. And your body's changing. I want to say that it's okay and normal. Wait, cartoon ponies. That's not as normal. I'm not really sure how to talk about that one yet. Let's stick with human girls for now. Okay, anyway, you might be curious about exploring your body. And maybe there's someone who you want to explore with together. It's okay if there isn't someone yet, too. But whatever you do, we want you to be safe. So you have to understand if your wiener goes into her vajayjay, she could have a baby. And there's diseases that you could catch. So buy a condom or buy a couple. Practice putting one on your peen by yourself, because they don't do any good if they break. It has to be hard to work, too. But there's more than just the physical stuff. I wish when I was your age my mom's boyfriend had told me that hookers won't kiss on the mouth. And they always try to rush you. You don't want that for your first time. So take your time, be safe, and never use your real name. Good sex requires that everyone feels safe. It's the journey, not the destination. If it feels good for both people, that's enough. Are you a man or a woman? Because first time as a woman really hurts, so tell the guy to go very slowly and have a lot of foreplay beforehand. If you're a man, then I suggest telling her you're a virgin and take your time. You will probably come very fast, but it's okay. It's your first time. The more you do it, the longer you will last. If she says she's on the pill, assume she's lying. Women love small penises. Please point me to these women. Men should know this. Not all women are into giant dragon-sized monster dongs. Just like not all men are into Nicki Minaj-sized beach ball badonkadongs. Holes 1, 2, and 3 should have been labeled in a different order. Tell the other person you're a virgin, especially if they're not. For the love of God, make sure the condoms are within arm's reach. Practice with a blindfold if you must. Having sex with a man is not the same as having sex with a woman. Or at least, what I imagine the latter to be like. And just because he's had sex before doesn't mean you can just shove it in. That last line applies to both genders. For those with vaginas, it's not supposed to hurt. All my life I was told that the first time would be painful. But if it hurts, it just means you're not warmed up enough and you may need more lube. Also, don't use ribbed condoms because they will tear your vag up. Take your time. The longer you make things last, the better it will feel. This is true for women and men. The longer you are turned on, and the longer you delay the satisfaction, the better it is in the end. So take your time and explore. It is worth it and it will feel better in the end, and the deeper the connection you'll have with your partner. Most advice say that you should let her come before you do. While true, Mind, there are some who can get oversensitive really quick. In other words, after they had a good time, they have trouble going for round 2. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.